Hello, fellow travelers.
What we are fighting is institutional racism.
Institutional racism.
Hello, guys. I lived in the Netherlands for a few months and I was shocked at how a developed country not only violates human rights, but also promotes itself as being a European utopia. Today, I'm going to tell you a few facts about the Netherlands so you will not waste your money and your mental sanity in this country. Why is the Netherlands so bad? Number 1. Police brutality. When you talk about police brutality, most people think of the USA, especially with the death of George Floyd and many other African Americans. But in the Netherlands, police brutality is alive and it's a well-kept secret within the Dutch society.
What we are fighting is institutional racism, approved by the government, approved by the police, approved by professionals, approved by schools. Everywhere, this is so much embedded in the whole society that it makes it very difficult to bring changes to it. And everyone is using their power to suppress us.
Extending from Dutch police officers sexually abusing underage, undocumented immigrants to mentally ill homeless people being beaten on the streets for loitering. Such reckless and lawless attitudes, in combination with common and politically sanctioned practices of ethnic profiling, seems to have led to the death of the unarmed Mitch Henriquez, who was thrown to the floor before being strangled to death. There has been little response from the ruling political parties to the tragedy. Instead, the mayor of the city stated repeatedly that racism exists neither among local nor national police. Politicians on the national level were instead quick to focus their attention on the riots and protests that followed after the death of Henriquez. A national news website counted a daily average of 35 reported instances of police violence. Information on police brutality is widely said to be opaque, which suggests that the actual number of such cases could be much higher. Other sources show that information requests are often denied, while investigations are no longer independently conducted. A Vice commentary notes that only 0.7% of the annual 15,000 reported cases of police violence get transferred for official investigation. Empirical research conducted by the National Ombudsman shows that official investigations into police violence are often ignored as a result of a lack of institutional self-reflection. The first reaction of police leadership to situations of police violence is often one that attempts to protect the officers involved. The same report notes that there is often a feeling of ambiguity among the police over the legitimacy of the police violence. When the researcher confronted an officer by saying that the police should not hit people in their faces, the officer responded, "But when confronted with football violence, I'll hit them anywhere I can." Number 2. The education system. In the Netherlands, everyone goes from primary school to secondary school at the age of 12 and 13, while many studies say that children often show their best sides after about 15 years old. So many children go on to a much too low school here, while they are much smarter. Number 3. The Dutch Armed Forces. For a long time, the Dutch government has cut back a lot on the defense budget. They have sold all of their tanks to Germany and Finland. And now they borrow those same tanks from Germany and they have a tank battalion with them. They don't even own their own tanks anymore. For a time, they even ran out of bullets. Fortunately, this problem has been solved, but it is still a black page in the history of the country. Number 4. Housing shortage. In the Netherlands, there is a shortage of new homes. The house prices there are extremely high, and not only in Amsterdam, but everywhere. A home is almost unaffordable, and it is impossible to buy a house without taking out a cash loan from a Dutch bank. Even rental properties are unaffordable. The only chance you might have is to end up in a depressing old flat. Number 5. Aging. Especially in the small villages, you can see a lot of elderly people, but not many younger people around, which makes all these places very boring. Number 6. Colors. Many people often dress in very colorless attire there. You see very little happy, cheerful, wild colors there. Especially in winter, people dress very depressingly. The furnishings of many houses are also colorless. Many people mainly use only white in their houses. Number 7. The weather. In the Netherlands, there's not much sunlight, especially in the winter. Some people also get winter depression due to a vitamin D deficiency. Many days the wind blows very hard and it is too cold to even go to your local park. Also, it is often very cloudy there. In the summers, it is not hot but more humid. Many houses there do not have air conditioners. Number 8. The dike. The Netherlands is under sea level. There have been many floods in the past. As a result, they also have a dike, called the Afsluitdijk, which was built on September 25, 1933, and connects the provinces of North Holland and Friesland. Number 9. Natural areas. The Netherlands has very little interesting nature. They do have some nature reserves, but these are very small. They also have a national nature park named Oosterwaarder Plassen. Many animals die there from a shortage of food. Even so, feeding animals there is prohibited. In normal nature, animals would move away when winter comes. But this nature area is cordoned off with fences, so there is no natural process. The landscape there is also flat, which is very boring. Only Limburg, a southern province of the Netherlands, has more of a hilly area. Number 10. Stores. Many shops in the Netherlands close very early. Shops that are open 24 hours are very rare there. Number 11. Firework laws. Many fireworks that are legal in most European Union countries and the USA are prohibited in the Netherlands. For example, fireworks, rockets, and blast fireworks are prohibited. The Dutch government has made these illegal because many people have used them as weapons against the police. They seem to have forgotten that there are enough people who would use them properly and enjoy them. Number 12. Freedom of speech. In the Netherlands, it is forbidden to insult the Dutch royal family. You are also not allowed to insult police officers. They can arrest you and even fine you if you do. Nowhere in the law does it say what insulting words are. So, this stupid law works differently for each police officer purely by feeling. These laws take away people's freedoms because you can't give an opinion about everything. Number 13. The people. The Dutch people are very cold, closed, and not very open-minded. The Dutch do not want to share their friends also. For example, when you bring another friend with you to a birthday party in the Netherlands, people might raise an eyebrow. Those who have organized the person's birthday often even get angrier because they didn't expect to see that person. The saying, "the more souls, the more joy," is not known in the Netherlands. The Netherlands is also known among expats as one of the most difficult countries in which to make friends. Many expats have a hard time making friends there because people there are often in tight crews and not very welcoming to new people. In countries such as Spain, Portugal, Italy, and many Latin American countries, the people there are much more hospitable, friendly, and nicer than in the Netherlands and most Scandinavian countries. Even in the USA, the people there are more friendly than in the Netherlands. In my opinion, this country is not worth your money. You can have much more fun in Spain for a third of the budget.